During COVID, my husband had become such a monster. He would tell me that he was hungry, knowing that I was pregnant and I was sick with COVID as well. And I would tell him I was going to order some food. He would say, okay, order some food. When the food arrived, this is how crazy and narcissistic he is. When the food arrived, he would get angry and say, you ordered food? You spent money to order food? And I literally told him I was going to order food prior to him getting the food. And he said, okay. The food would arrive and he would snap on me. He literally became a monster during COVID. And it was at this point that I felt like I was stuck. I had already turned down my parents, or turned my back on my parents to be with him. My sister, who also got married shortly after COVID, I lost relationship with her. I was hurting people that I love because they love me so much that they wanted me away from him and they wanted me safe. And I literally would tell them off and, stick by him and just hurt them because I wanted to fight for my relationship with this man who really couldn't love me the way I needed to be loved and probably didn't love himself. And in hindsight, anybody that abandons their children to be with a woman, his fiance, he abandoned his kids to be with his fiance before he got with me. Anyone who turns their back on their flesh and blood, there's a problem. So let's dive a little bit deeper. So here we are, COVID hit, and now he's displaying violent traits openly. There was a day I'll never forget. My son was standing in the kitchen, and he threw a bottle at me. And my son ran to my spiritual daughter and was like, oh my God, he was so scared. And my husband's response was, I didn't throw the bottle at you. I threw it in your direction. I remember a day where I went to Sweet Frog and I told my husband I was going to Sweet Frog. And he said, okay, y'all have fun. Y'all have a girls' day. So me, my spiritual daughter, and my daughter, we went to Sweet Frog, and he saw the container. When we got back, he was leaving to go somewhere. He saw the container of Sweet Frog in my car. He took it out of my car and dumped it on top of my hood and on my windshield. And I never to this day understood why he was doing all these hateful things. I mean, I went and got an ultrasound at the hospital because I wasn't feeling well. And this man locked me and my spiritual daughter in the room and was cornering us and yelling and saying all these hateful things. And, she's doing things against me. And it's not until now that I understand all of his narcissistic traits. We would tell him we're ordering food, and then he would fight against us when the food got there. I'm about to dive deeper. Stay tuned for the next video.